All right, now for more on China's Mars probe, we're now joined on the line by our correspondent Wangying. Hello there, Wangying. The mission of China's first probe to Mars has hit setback. First of all, can you tell us what went wrong exactly?
Yes, according to head of the Russia Federal Space Agency, Vladimir Popovkin, it's a tough night because after the Yinghuo 1 and the Phobos ground separated from the launch vehicle, engineers cannot detect the spacecraft. After 2.5 hours fly in the initial orbit, the autonomous main propulsion unit derived from the frigate upper stage was expected to conduct its fairing to insert the spacecraft into the elliptical orbit with a period of about 2 hours. However, following the planned end of the burn, the spacecraft could not be located in the target orbit. As to the reason for the failure, according to Vladimir Popovkin, is the engine of the propeller failed to start. Mr. Popovkin said that the track was complicated and the computer on board failed to send the start order to the engine. So back to you, Dongning.
Right, and Wangying, what actually needs to be done to solve all those problems?
Yes. According to announcement from the website of the Russia Federal Space Agency, given the low orbit of the spacecraft, receiving telemetry from the interplanetary station Phobos ground may not before 23 o'clock Moscow time, that is 3 a.m. on November the 10th, Beijing time. And it said that it will take time to process data, prepare analysis, and install necessary software to restart the main engines. It's reported by Russia official news agency RIA Novosti. If the failure is associated with the software, staff can solve it within 3 days. And the news agency says it's too early to say the mission failed. And the head of Russia Federal Space Agency, Vladimir Popovkin, said that although the incident was an emergency situation, they had foresaw that in the design of the project. Finally, as to the prospects for continuation of the mission, it depends on what kind of failure occurred to the Phobos. If the failure is associated with the software, staff can try a new program. But if it's a mistake or failure of the hardware directly on board the spacecraft, the flight may no longer be continued.
All right.
So back to you, Dongning. That's all I've got. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wangying, reporting from Moscow about the failure of the Chinese Mars probe.